Turn your jeans inside out and look closely. The bright blue has almost vanished. The inside is nearly white. Only half the threads were ever dyed at all. This is how denim jeans are made, from raw cotton to the finished pair. If you love interesting facts, your jeans are hiding a few. So why is the blue only skin deep? Your jeans began as a fluffy white ball. It grew on a shrub in a sunny field. Pickers pull the soft cotton from its dry pod. Machines comb the tangled fibers all one way. Then they twist those fibers into a long thread. That thread is spun tight and strong. A field of fluff becomes miles of yarn. Now the yarn meets the loom. Threads run in two directions, over and under. Denim uses a special diagonal weave called twill. Look close and you see slanted ridges in the cloth. That diagonal is why denim resists ripping. A plain weave would tear far sooner. The angle itself is the strength. Before any dye, the loom is loaded with thread. Thousands of long threads line up side by side. They stretch out in one enormous parallel sheet. Together they form the backbone of the cloth. Each one must stay perfectly straight and tight. A single tangle can ruin the whole run. That wall of thread becomes your jeans. Here is the secret behind that inside-out trick. Only the lengthwise threads get dyed blue. Crosswise threads stay plain and white, so the surface looks blue from the outside. The hidden threads keep the cloth pale within. Your jeans are blue on one face only, half a color, woven on purpose. Dyeing denim is not a single quick bath. The threads are gathered into thick ropes first. Those ropes are dipped again and again. Each dip lays down one more thin coat of blue. It can take many passes to build the shade. The color grows darker layer by layer. Deep blue is stacked, not soaked in. Something makes me curious as I write this. That same blue cloth is stitched all over the planet. A huge mill in Bangladesh, a denim town in Japan, a busy factory somewhere in Mexico. I honestly want to know which country you are watching from today. The country, not the city. And wherever you are, your jeans carries a stranger secret, because that dye is only the beginning. That blue comes from a dye called indigo. It behaves unlike almost any other color. Indigo will not sink deep into the thread. It clings only to the outer skin of each fiber. The core of the thread stays white inside. So the color sits on the surface, barely holding on. Already it is looking for a way out. For most of history, that blue came from plants. Farmers grew fields of leaves just for indigo. Workers crushed and soaked them to pull out the color. It was so prized people called it blue gold. Then chemists learned to build indigo in a lab. Cheap factory dye replaced whole plantations. A test tube erased an ancient crop. The very words on your label hide old cities. Denim points back to a town in France, Nimes. The tough cloth was known as sarge de Nimes. The word jeans traces to Genoa in Italy. Sailors there wore sturdy cotton trousers. 2 European cities are sewn into the name. You wear their map every day. Look at the little metal studs on your pockets. Those copper rivets are the real invention. A tailor kept fixing trousers that ripped at the seams. He pinned the weak points with tiny metal rivets. He teamed up with a cloth seller to patent it. That patent is what truly created blue jeans. A small rivet built a global uniform. The early jeans once had a rivet in a rude spot. It sat at the very base of the fly. Cowboys crouched close to the campfires at night. That metal rivet grew painfully hot against them. Complaints piled up until the maker gave in. The offending rivet was quietly removed for good. Comfort won over the metal. So think about what keeps a pair from falling apart. The stitched seams pull hard against every move, but the corners of the pockets take the worst strain. What guards those stress points best, rivets or thread? One word, rivets or thread. Write it below. Slip your fingers into the tiny pocket above the right one. It is far too small for a hand. That little pouch once held a pocket watch. Workers tucked their watch there to keep it safe. Most people today never know its true job. It survives purely out of habit now. A useless pocket that refuses to leave. Look at the stitching running along your seams. That thread is often a bright orange color. It was picked to match the copper rivets. The two shades were meant to blend together. Now the orange stitch is a signature look. A tiny color choice became a trademark. Even the thread tells a story. New denim has a sneaky habit. Wash a raw pair once and it can shrink badly. Legs can pull up above your ankle, so most jeans are stretched and shrunk before you buy them. This locks the size so they stay put. Some fans still buy raw denim on purpose. They let it shrink to hug their own legs. Some of the best denim comes off old machines. Narrow looms weave a tight, self-finished edge. That clean edge is called selvage denim. It resists fraying without any extra stitching. These looms run slower than modern ones. Collectors gun hunt this cloth for its neat trim. Old and slow can still win. Here is something that feels almost like a trick. That worn, faded pair was born looking brand new. Factories age the denim on purpose. Lasers burn faint fade lines into the cloth. Blasts of ozone gas lighten the deep blue. A machine gives you years of wear in minutes. Your vintage look was made this morning. One softening trick sounds truly strange. Whole jeans are tumbled with chunks of rock. The stones are light, foamy volcanic pumice. They grind the surface soft and pale. A washing drum roars like a stone mixer. Real lava rock beats your jeans into comfort. Fire and rock soften your favorite pants. One aging trick turned truly dangerous. Factories once blasted jeans with jets of sand. The sand carved that pale, worn finish fast. But the fine dust wrecked the workers' lungs. Many fell sick from breathing it in. Major brands finally banned the practice. Fashion nearly cost people their breath. Now picture something you cannot see in the cloth. Growing the cotton drinks an enormous amount of water. A single pair can swallow thousands of liters. That is enough to fill a small backyard pool. Most of it vanishes out in the thirsty fields. Your jeans hold an invisible flood inside them. A river you will never see. A finished pair is not one piece of cloth. It is many panels stitched into shape. Fast machines race the needles down each seam. Strong thread locks the pockets, fly, and waistband. A worker can finish a pair in minutes. Yet the strangest thing is not how it is built. It is what the color has been doing all along. Think back to that dye clinging to the surface. Indigo never truly bonds with the cotton. It only grips the outside and holds on weakly. So the color begins escaping the moment you wear it. Every bend and wash rubs a little away. The famous blue is fading from day one. The dye was always meant to leave. And here is the part that looks like magic. The dye vat is not even blue. It glows a murky yellow-green instead. Workers dip the pale thread into that strange broth. It comes out yellow, not blue at all. Then the air touches it, and the color changes. In seconds, the thread turns deep blue by itself. Oxygen paints your jeans right before your eyes. So think about where all this leaves your jeans. The blue only ever sat on the surface. Your body slowly rubs it away as you move. It fades at your knees, your thighs, your pockets. No one else wears down a pair the same way. Your jeans become a faded map of your body. A portrait no other person can copy. I still cannot get my head around one of these. That the thread leaves the vat green and turns blue in the open air. Which fact surprised you the most?